23rd July is birthday of Judit Polgar. Judith is a strong Hungarian grandmaster. She achieved the grandmaster title at the age of 15 years and 4 months, thereby beating the record of Bobby Fischer. She was the only woman to appear top in the list. She was number 1 woman and number 8 in the world ranking in 2004 with the highest rating of 2735 in 2005, and she is the number 1 woman from 1989 till her retirement in 2014. She runs the Judith Polgar Chess Foundation. She wrote 3 books as well. How I Beat Fischer's Record, From Grandmaster to Top 10, and A Game of Queens, all published in multiple languages and recently in Chinese language, I believe. In this year, in March, she played a Samel against World that was played in Hungarian pavilion of Dubai World Expo, and out of 10 games she won 5 games and drew the other 5 games. She remained unbeaten. That shows that how strong player she is even today. She is also playing a role of commentator in many tournaments. So let us see today her one game against Alexei Shirov. This game was played in an event that had a mandatory opening as Open Sicilian. This was played in Buenos Aires in 1994, and the game won the prize for winner of the most important theoretical novelty of the tournament. Obviously, both the players were very much prepared, but it was Judith who struck first in this game with a superb novelty. So let's begin. The game started with 1 e4, c5, knight f3, e6, d4, c into d4, knight into d4, and knight c6. This is Taimanov variation. Knight c3. White can go for Marozzi bind setup with knight b5, d6, and c4, but it leads to slow play, which is not a style of Alexei Shirov. The fire on the board. So he plays knight c3, d6. Now it is clear that black wanted to go for 7-9 setup with bishop e2 and knight f6. If that is true, then why she did not play knight f6 earlier on 4th move, knight f6, knight c3, d6? That may be because she wanted to avoid Keres attack. The true Taimanov continuation would be queen c6, or black can also play here a6. So she played d6, g4, a6, bishop e3, ng7, knight b3. Later, Shirov's choice against Judith in 3 subsequent games was f4, knight b3, b5, f4. A better try now considered is queen e2. Interesting move. f4, bishop b7, queen f3, inaccuracy, Bishop g2 was the improvement suggested, but black can play knight g6, and the computer suggests here queen e2, queen f3 inaccuracy, g5 excellent move, a common thematic break. Black is ready to give a pawn to get control of e5 square, which is very important. The game was awarded a prize for most important theoretical novelty because of this move. F into g5. Here if castle, then g into f4, bishop into f4, knight g6, knight c5, queen f6, knight into b7, queen into f4, queen into f4, knight into f4, knight into d6 check, king e7, and black gets a better play. And if after g into f4, queen into f4, then knight g6, queen f2, nc e5, rook g1, bishop e7, g5, b4, knight e2, a line suggested by computer, looks good for white. F into g5, knight e5, queen g2. If queen f6, then Judith intended exchange sacrifice, knight into g4, queen into h8, knight into e3, bishop d3, knight g6 gives black a better and easy game. And if queen e2, then b4, knight a4, bishop c6, knight b6, bishop into e4, given by Judith, is better for black. As bishop g2, if knight into a8, then queen into a8, rook g1, and knight f3 check. Hence, if bishop g2, then bishop into g2, queen into g2, and rook d8. Both these gives black a better game. So queen g2, b4, knight e2. If knight a4, then knight d5, given by Judith. So white plays knight e2, h5, excellent move, a key move breaking lines on king side. Judith apparently had this position on her analysis board in the morning of a day this game was played. G into h5, mistake. Now Shirov lands in a trouble. Judith had prepared g into h6, bishop into h6. Here f5 is also interesting move. Bishop into h6, bishop into h6, rook into h6, castle, g, knight 7 g6, and castling was suggested later by Shirov. H into g4, knight f4, knight f5 is also not pleasant for white. G into h5, mistake. Knight f5, bishop f2, mistake. Here if bishop f4 inaccuracy, then knight h4 gives a clear plus for black, and if e into f5, then bishop into g2 and rook into h5 would have given some survival chances, but black can play rook c8 instead of rook takes h5. So bishop f2 mistake, queen takes g5, knight a5 inaccuracy. It looked like that white has no problems now, but the next move by black came as a big blow. Knight e3, excellent move. Here other alternatives are no better also. Knight g3, then knight h4. Black is winning here, and if queen takes g5, then knight f3 check, king d1 and knight takes g5. Black is winning here. So knight a5 inaccuracy, and black played knight e3, excellent move. Judith played this move instantly. Black queen is poisoned in view of a beautiful checkmate. Knight f3. So queen g3, queen takes g3, knight takes g3, knight takes c2 check, king d1, knight takes a1, knight takes b7, b3, excellent move. This is the common trick to free the trapped knight. A into b3, knight into b3, king c2, knight c5, knight into c5, d into c5, bishop e1, knight f3, bishop c3, knight d4 check, king d3, bishop d6, bishop g2. If b4, then king e7, b into c5, bishop into c5, bishop into d4, rh d8, knight e2, and e5 wins. So bishop g2 was played, bishop e5, king c4, king e7, rook a1, and after knight c6, white resigned. It is well worth to sacrifice a pawn to get control of an important central square. Always look for a fine checkmate when your two knights are hovering over the exposed king of the opponent. An apparently trapped knight can be freed with the help of a pawn in a right place. So hope you like the game. Do like and share our video and comment and subscribe to our channel. Bye bye.